Hello, beautiful. Thank you for being here. My name is Zenobia, and I want to help you break free and be the person you can see and dream to be. And today, I'm going to go over 3 hacks to get over negative thought patterns or emotions. If you're in the midst of this or just curious for what to do in the future, awesome. I think it's awesome that you're here, and it says a lot because these are the steps that I first started to make when I wanted to know, how do I get past the situation? How do I deal with something differently? How do I shift? How do I change the circumstance, the setting internally about myself? And you're witnessing yourself. So I want to just go out and let you know, you are not alone. There, for better or worse, there's not one person that has not experienced what it is to have built up a belief based off of a repeated pattern of thought, and that gets so integrated that sometimes it's a silent but deadly. So it can just creep up on you and navigate into your life. And so if you are actually hearing that, then you're stepping into a witness role. You're stepping into the ability to do something about it, whether or not you are still feeling that magnetism of the emotion that is still attached to it. So you're on your way. So this first one that I want to go over has to do with pretty much this first one has to do with checking yourself, checking the thought. So if you have that thought and you are like, first ask yourself, is this thought helpful? Is this thought helping me move forward? Is it helping me get to the next best place for myself? Oh, hello. Is this going to help me make a better decision, do something that is assisting, moving me forward, coming up with a solution? And I would say in most cases, that's generally not what a negative thought pattern is going to be doing, or a negative thought is going to be doing for you. It is, however, something that was developed as a way to try and coach oneself, right? So you're trying to intervene, you're trying to let yourself know, but I can tell you from my personal experience, and I'm sure just sort of reminding you within witnessing your own, that this is a operation that so many of us have developed but is not panning out, because by instructing ourselves that, oh, you're not doing it right, I told you couldn't do it this way, or I told you it wouldn't work out, or that we're not assisting us for what we might attempt or do in our future. In fact, we are standing smack dab in the middle of ourselves, in the middle of our view of a better and easier decision to make for ourselves and our future. So I would say, one, you don't have to move for this one. You just say, is this helping? So the next big one, I would say, is probably the biggest way to state change that I've found, in terms of just like the quickest way to get to a better place for me, that is still just mind work, though having a pen and paper for this is handy, but that is to go for gratitude. See, when we are in emotions, it is common for us to have to go through the cycle, through the series of emotions to get to the next one. So from building up from, sad to angry to frustrated, you start to get yourself to feel, percentage by percentage better. But gratitude is something that can sort of release that pressure. And so it's not as much as I'm so grateful for this feeling horrible, because maybe that feels like a little much at the moment, but maybe it could be something closer to, I'm so grateful to have my cat. I'm so grateful for these socks. These socks are the comfiest socks, or the coolest socks, or the prettiest socks, or socks that ever was. And if your socks are wet right now, I'm sorry, but you see where I'm getting at is this doesn't have to be huge. I'm so grateful for this comfy sweatshirt, t-shirt. I'm so grateful for this couch. I'm so grateful that there is a burrito in my freezer. I'm so grateful that I have a watermelon. I don't know. I'm so grateful for this beautiful plant. I am so grateful to still be breathing. I'm so grateful to see color. I'm so grateful to be able to smell roses. So it doesn't have to be at this point thanking for the negative circumstance or whatever situation that we are experiencing that we have not yet sort of met a grander perspective on, because all in due time, and we're all doing the work to get where we are going, and we are where we are in order to get there. So hopefully that made sense and pretty much says, just keep doing you, kid. So yeah, I would say get out a piece of paper and write down 10 things. Just 10 things. Yeah. And if you want, let us know in the comments maybe some of the things that you've come up with or that have helped you in that. And so this last one I'm going to talk to you about is a state change. So most of these are state changes. When you change from where you are, so when you're changing your state of mind, when you are shifting and allowing yourself, giving yourself the room to experience something differently, that is called a state change. And some of the fastest ways to do that is to actually literally move yourself. So to physically bring yourself into another environment. So change rooms, go for a walk, step out in nature, get your feet on the actual ground. Do you juggle? Do you have some sort of activity? You have some hoops you can shoot? Do you dance? So can you move? So I would say, do you have some music you can put on? Do you have a playlist? I have a playlist. Maybe I should share a playlist here with you guys. Let me know if that's something that would interest you. So just put on some music and move your body. So I have a playlist called Solo Kitchen Dance Party, because it's the best way to do that. Although you don't have to be solo to have a kitchen dance party. That happens too, especially at this house. But it is a really brilliant way to change the state of mind. And if it's like that feels too much, you can always do this one that whole friend Q taught me when I asked him when I was in a really bad spot, what do I do? And this was a point in my life when, oh man, I was like, well, leaving is always an option, so let's try everything. Let's try absolutely everything I possibly can in order to get through this, in order to get past this. And one of those was, you just jump up and down for a minute, but you just try and, also, you could try to kiss your elbow, just try and get your elbows on the seat. There's pretty much just jump about the cabin. Leapfrog something. Leapfrog. That's been a hot minute. So that's some of the best ways that I have come up, the top sort of things to hit on. But don't forget that also taking a shower or listening to something more mellow if you want to meditate. But sometimes meditating when you are in that state can be difficult, because meditation is something that is bringing awareness to something. But I'm also not telling you to bypass or cut off what you are feeling. Depending on where you are in the negative emotion, you can give yourself a break from it, but you can also acknowledge it and allow yourself to see it, because you want to fill in that space with the beliefs that were there with something new. So the one that says, oh, this never works out for me, right? You want to replace that. And it might feel uncomfortable at first because we've been playing the same other one for so long. You know, it's like, I can't tell the Grand Canyon, no, this way, water. You know, it's worked a lot of years to be where it is. So it might take a little bit of time, and to have that kind of patience and develop a relationship with yourself where you can speak to yourself with kindness and grace and compassion, the way you would maybe speak to a child learning something, or the way I would hope you would speak to a child learning something. And because we are still sort of learning how to operate these things, and we are doing the best with what we know, and it's clear that you want to know more and learn more and grow, or you wouldn't be here searching for this and watching this. So on that note, you're fucking awesome. Thank you for being here. Thank you for continuing to do the work on yourself. I think that is beautiful, and I would love to hear from you in the comments if any of this worked, if there's something more that you've done for yourself as well, if there's a topic you want to hear me cover. And let me know down below in the comments as well where you're tuning in from. That's really cool for me to know as well. Right now I am in the UK. Woo-wee. And who knows? Right now I'm in the UK, which is fun and exciting. Anyhow, if you know somebody who's struggling and needs a little reminder of ways they can do what they can do, I have another friend who, whenever she's like starting to get upset, she just cleans. But I'm not saying you have to clean, but some people have a thing that can help them because they're still progressing some aspect and allowing themselves to clear something within themselves. Because maybe you don't want to do Tai Chi, or maybe you don't want to roll down a hill in the grass, or there's not a hill that isn't covered in dog poop near you to roll down. I don't know. Maybe there's a tree to climb, a flower to smell, a bird to watch. There's so many opportunities for us to start to navigate somewhere else in our mind, but it does take discipline and continued work. And so I hope you either return to this video if you need to, or reach out and continue to find ways to propel yourself forward and through this. And I look forward to that for you as well. And on that note, thank you for being here. I love you. Peace in, peace out.